right, as we celebrate July 4th, one of our biggest allies is fighting for their own independence. Israel is now in a war on two fronts, Hamas to the south, Hezbollah to the north, and thanks to a lot of leftist propaganda across the West and the United States, they've lost some support over these last several months. Rabbi Steven Berg is the CEO of Aish.
Perfect.
I got it right. Yeah. So worried about that.
Yeah.
And it's good to have you here, sir. And
pleasure.
It's wonderful to be here in Jerusalem.
Yeah.
It's Independence Day in the United States. Kind of draw some parallels here in Israel. In this region, this is the beacon of freedom. This small country, is surrounded by a lot of countries that aren't free. And you guys are you're in a situation right now that's perilous. And I worry, specifically in the West, I see the tides changing, the political tides changing. I see the way the leadership in the United States has been acting. How do you feel on these fronts?
First of all, thank you so much for being here, for
Yeah.
supporting Israel, being here with us. For us, it's nothing new. Go back 3,500 years. Moses, the Jews are enslaved. Moses throws off the yoke of slavery and brings the Jews out to Israel. And that really, all of freedom kind of dates back to what Moses did. And so for us, we've had oppression everywhere in the globe. Right. It's nothing new for us. But the bottom line is the heart and the soul of a Jew is always going to move forward. And, if we can live peacefully with everyone, that's all we want. If not, then we're going to defend ourselves.
Yeah. When you see these, the videos that we've seen of these college kids, otherwise you'd think very educated people. They're at some of our finest universities, and they're saying that this country should be annihilated, that this country has no right to even exist. I remember hearing that I went to the site of the Nova Music Festival, and I remember hearing people say that those kids deserved what they got because they were partying next to an open-air prison. I remember hearing that in the United States. And after being there this week, it's unfathomable for me to think that people could think that way. How terrifying is that for you to hear that some of the most educated minds in the West believe that at this point?
Look, it's terrifying as an American.
Right.
America, land of the free, we threw off oppression. To see these university students, college students, that's one thing. But the professors are the ones that are basically giving it to them and telling them these lies. And, if you go to Gaza, Gaza was functioning very, very well. There were high-end malls there. They talked about a famine, a food shortage. All of a sudden the UN said, we got it wrong. It's just not true, not true, not true. And the Nova Festival, here you have a music festival of young people coming together to get slaughtered and raped. It's almost as if the Western world has just lost their conscience. They just don't understand. They don't get it. They're being lied to, and they're just eating up the lies.
They say they call Gaza an open-air prison. It's one of their most effective, knocks against Israel. What other choice is there than to have this state of yours secure?
They've been shooting missiles over. It's kind of like New Jersey shooting missiles over at New York.
Right.
So we got really good at knocking down the missiles. So what did they do? They broke through and raped and killed people. So we had no options. And the bottom line is that we're going to defend ourselves. And the world needs to know that. You could condemn us from today till tomorrow. At the end of the day, Jews are going to protect Jews. And that's why this state exists.
That's exactly right. Rabbi, thank you so much. We appreciate it.
Pleasure.
Good to meet you.